What happens when top predators meet a tragic mistake? In one of Europe's largest wildlife parks, a fatal encounter between a seasoned zookeeper and three ferocious lions has shocked the world. Was it negligence or a grim consequence of wild instincts? This is the story of lions from war-torn Mariupol, a grieving safari park, and a tragic loss that could have been avoided. Stick with us as we dive deep into the untold drama of predators and people, where even the smallest slip can turn deadly. Welcome to a story that roars louder than the wildest jungle. Welcome to Savage Tales Animal Encounters. Here we bring you jaw-dropping stories from the animal kingdom, tales of danger, survival, and shocking moments where humans and wildlife collide. If you love thrilling accounts of predator encounters, miraculous escapes, and the raw power of nature, you've come to the right place. In today's episode, we'll unravel the tragic tale of Leokadia Perevalova, the chief zookeeper at Taigan Safari Park in Crimea. With 17 years of experience, she knew these predators better than most. So how did a small mistake cost her life? And there's an even deeper twist. The lions that killed her weren't just any lions. They came from Mariupol, a war-ravaged city in Ukraine, where conflict has not only displaced humans, but also wildlife. This gripping narrative explores how dangerous circumstances, war-zone relocations, and broken safety protocols can collide with devastating consequences. But this isn't just a sad story. It's also a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between man and beast, showing how easily things can go wrong when humans underestimate the instincts of apex predators. From legal battles to bizarre controversies involving expired feed, rogue lions, and a threatened bear massacre, Taigan Safari Park has lived a life as wild as the animals it houses. By the end of this video, you'll be asking yourself how much risk is too much when it comes to interacting with deadly predators. And should these animals even be in captivity in the first place? Buckle up. This is one savage tale you don't want to miss. Before we dive into this incredible story, make sure to smash that like button to show your support for the channel. If you're fascinated by these intense animal encounters and want to hear more wild stories, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. We post new content regularly, bringing you everything from unbelievable wildlife encounters in the wild to jaw-dropping moments from zoos, sanctuaries, and beyond. Don't forget to share this video with friends who love learning about animals and nature, and drop a comment below to let us know what you think about today's story. Should parks like Taigan be shut down? Or is it just the nature of the beast when dealing with apex predators? We love hearing from you, so let's get that conversation going in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and let's jump right into the action. This is Savage Tales Animal Encounter, where the wild isn't just out there. Leokadia Perevalova, often referred to as Lera by her colleagues, was a seasoned zookeeper who dedicated nearly 17 years of her life to caring for the animals at Taigan Safari Park. Known for her unwavering love for big cats, Perevalova had a reputation for being both fearless and compassionate. Her deep bond with the lions and tigers was evident. She treated them not just as animals in captivity, but as individuals she knew intimately. Co-workers describe her as the soul of the park, an irreplaceable presence who maintained an almost maternal relationship with the animals under her care. Despite working under stressful and often unpredictable conditions, Perevalova remained committed to the well-being of the predators. Her days were filled with feeding, cleaning, and observing the animals, ensuring they were healthy and active. It was a physically demanding and dangerous job, but one she took immense pride in. However, recent changes at the park added new challenges to her role. In the aftermath of Russia's annexation of Crimea, Zubkov began bringing in animals from newly occupied territories, including Mariupol Zoo in Donetsk Oblast. The relocation of these animals introduced new complexities, as they were not accustomed to their new environment or to the people caring for them. Perevalova was tasked with integrating several new lions into the park's population, including the 2 lionesses and a male lion involved in the fatal incident. The lions from Mariupol were not ordinary additions. They were survivors of a war-torn zoo transported under stressful conditions to Crimea. These animals were disoriented, unfamiliar with their new surroundings, and did not recognize the park's caretakers as trusted figures. Although Perevalova had extensive experience with big cats, she found herself working with animals that carried not only natural instincts, but also the trauma of relocation. For weeks leading up to the incident, Perevalova had been working hard to establish a routine for these new lions. She monitored their behavior closely, looking for signs of aggression, stress or illness. Yet, despite her efforts, the lions remained unpredictable. Some of her co-workers later remarked that she seemed mentally and physically exhausted, perhaps the result of trying to care for so many animals under increasingly difficult circumstances. Perevalova was also coping with the additional stress of the park's financial instability. Feeding dozens of lions, tigers and other predators every day was no small task, and the ongoing legal troubles surrounding the park added to the tension. Zubkov's constant battle with local authorities meant that resources were stretched thin, and the pressure to maintain safety protocols was immense. The chaotic nature of the park's operations, combined with the unpredictable behavior of the newly arrived lions, had created a perfect storm of risk. Even seasoned employees like Perevalova were finding it hard to keep everything under control. According to colleagues, she remained optimistic. But there were moments when she expressed concern about the new lions' behavior, noting that they seemed more skittish and aggressive than the animals she had previously cared for. On the day of the incident, Perevalova was assigned to perform routine cleaning duties inside one of the lion enclosures. It was a task she had done countless times before. However, this time, something would go terribly wrong. Whether due to fatigue, distraction, or a lapse in judgment, Perevalova failed to lock the internal safety door that separated her from the lions while she cleaned their space. Colleagues later speculated that her sense of danger may have been dulled after years of working closely with the animals. Lera was always careful, but even the best make mistakes, one co-worker said. The fact that the lions involved were from Mariupol only added to the complexity. Perevalova hadn't raised these animals from birth, and they lacked the trust she had built with other lions at the park. The lions waited, perhaps out of curiosity, perhaps driven by instinct. In those crucial moments, the thin line between trust and danger blurred, setting the stage for a tragic encounter. On a routine morning at Taigan Safari Park, Leokadia Perevalova entered one of the lion enclosures to begin her daily cleaning duties. It was a task she had performed countless times over her 17-year career, a familiar routine in a world of danger she'd grown accustomed to. However, on this day, the smallest of mistakes would tip the scales from familiarity to fatality. The lions involved in the attack, a male lion and two lionesses, were recent arrivals from Mariupol Zoo in Ukraine's Donetsk Oblast, animals displaced by war. They had been at the park for only a few weeks, still adjusting to their new environment and caretakers. Unlike other lions that Perevalova had raised from cubs, these three predators had no emotional bond with her. They were wary, stressed and unpredictable, a lethal combination for any zookeeper. As part of Taigan's safety protocols, the lion enclosure was designed with two interconnected areas, separated by a bolt-locked safety door. One section housed the lions, while the other served as the cleaning space, where staff could work without being exposed to the animals. In theory, locking the safety door between the two sections would prevent direct contact between staff and predators. On that day, however, whether due to fatigue, distraction or sheer human error, Perevalova left the bolt unlatched between the two sections, a seemingly small oversight, but one that would have deadly consequences. Some co-workers later speculated that she might have been in a hurry or overconfident from years of experience. Others thought that the stress of integrating the new lions, coupled with the park's financial struggles, might have clouded her focus. As Perevalova began cleaning the enclosure, the lions quietly observed her from the other side of the unlocked door. The male lion, in particular, appeared unusually curious. Lions are opportunistic predators by nature, and even in captivity, their instincts remain sharp. They are known to exploit any moment of vulnerability. To the lions, the open door represented a chance, perhaps not out of hunger, but from a predatory drive to investigate and dominate the space. Without warning, the male lion pushed through the unlocked door and entered the cleaning area where Perevalova was working. The two lionesses followed close behind. In an instant, the careful balance between human control and animal instinct shattered. Perevalova had no chance to react. Within moments, the lions surrounded her, their movements fluid and predatory. The attack was sudden and violent. Lions are designed to kill with precision, using powerful jaws to suffocate their prey while holding it down with razor-sharp claws. Perevalova, armed with nothing but her cleaning tools, was helpless against three 400-pound predators acting in unison. The lions lunged one after another. The male lion struck first, knocking her to the ground with a powerful swipe of his paw. The lionesses followed, biting and clawing as they instinctively pinned her down. Lions in the wild usually kill prey by clamping their jaws around the throat or the base of the skull, and these lions were no different. Perevalova's screams were muffled as the male lion sunk his jaws into her neck, crushing her windpipe. The other lions bit at her limbs, dragging her across the enclosure as if she were prey in the African savanna. By the time other park staff noticed the open gate and heard the sounds of the attack, it was too late. The three lions had already torn Perevalova apart. Her injuries were catastrophic: multiple deep puncture wounds, torn flesh, and severe trauma to the head and neck. The force of the lions' attacks left no room for intervention or rescue. When workers arrived at the scene, they found Perevalova's lifeless body lying on the ground, surrounded by the lions. Her uniform was shredded and blood stained the dirt beneath her. The lions, now calm, circled her body possessively, as if they were guarding their prize. Any attempt to retrieve her body without tranquilizing the animals would have been suicidal. The park's owner, Oleg Zubkov, rushed to the scene, but there was nothing he could do. In a statement later shared on his blog and Telegram channel, Zubkov described the horror of arriving too late. "When I got there, she was already gone. There was nothing anyone could do. They are top predators and they do not forgive mistakes." And that wraps up today's story. A tragic reminder of how the wild remains untamed, even within the walls of captivity. Thank you for joining us on this intense journey into the world of predators and people, where every encounter is unpredictable and sometimes heartbreaking. If this video gripped your attention, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest episodes. We cover everything from astonishing animal encounters to untold wildlife stories, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. What do you think could have prevented this tragedy? Or have you visited wildlife parks like Taigan before? Make sure to share this video with fellow animal lovers or anyone fascinated by stories from the wild. Your support helps us keep bringing you savage tales like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for another unforgettable adventure, because remember, the wild never plays by the rules. This has been Savage Tales, Animal Encounters. Stay curious, stay wild.